Hi, I'm Amanda Moss and I'm the owner of Lifestyle Magazine in the UK and Cyprus. I launched Lifestyle Magazine in Liverpool in 2008 at the start of the global recession, and I launched Lifestyle Magazine Cyprus last June at the start of the COVID pandemic. Both magazines are thriving. The UK magazine has won awards and it's the longest running magazine in Merseyside. And in Cyprus, I've consistently published every single month throughout the pandemic as businesses close and we're all forced to lock down. I've kept small businesses in the forefront of people's minds because that is what I do. Advertising is so important, and to say it's the wrong time to advertise is actually going to hurt your business more, especially at a time when people are locked down, and they're looking for something to do when they come out of lockdown. Advertising reminds people that you are still open or that you're going to open, and if you're advertising during the lockdown, you're letting people know that you're still open for business. So that's why PR has absolutely gone through the roof in the last few months, because some small business owners understand the importance of keeping their business at the forefront of people's minds. Advertising is, the oldest form of conveying your message out to the public. Advertising sends a message to your people that you're open for business. Advertising influences those people so that they will spend their money with you and buy your products and services. And if you have a website and you're not advertising and you're relying on sponsored posts on social media, you're only targeting a really small audience and you're not actually reaching the potential audience that you can reach, that you can do through PR and advertising with a specialist like myself. So this is Lifestyle Magazine in Cyprus. It's very similar to the one in the UK. Just want to give you a few hints about and a few tips about advertising, how you can increase your brand awareness with people. Consistent advertising is key. Placing one advert in a magazine or online is not going to help your business in the long run. Short term, you might get a little flurry of interest, but this is why big brands like McDonald's, M&S, they're consistently advertising on TV, radio, and in print, because they want to ensure that you go to them and that you're always going to remember them. Typically, no one's going to remember one advert. Two adverts and somebody will sort of maybe have a flicker of remembrance about it. The third time, they will absolutely remember where you are. That is the rule of three. It's known throughout the industry. So if you're booking advertising with myself or anyone, ensure that you have a budget for 3 months to get the best result possible. Obviously, longer the better. Advertising in print is the oldest form of advertising. It's been going since since the Chinese started it in the 7th century. But the first printing presses in London were in the 15th and the 16th century. So print advertising has been going slightly longer than the internet and is still consistent. When you advertise online, you may be looking at reaching a bigger audience, but is that audience actually looking at your advert? Because how many of you, when you get an advert flash up on your screen, you swipe to get rid of it, or you click the X to get rid of it? So an advert online will be seen for 3 seconds, whereas an advert in print will be seen for 55 seconds. And that is why print advertising works. People like to pick up a magazine, they like to take it home, they like to leave it in their kitchen or in the drawer. It's got the addresses and the phone numbers of key people that they need to contact, tradespeople, local businesses. And that's why advertising works in print media. So, Lifestyle Magazine going into our 10th month of publishing in Cyprus, just a few little words of etiquette for when you're speaking about advertising. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 30 years. I started off as a journalist. I'd worked for local and national newspapers. I know how to write effective copy, and I know the words that will make your advert come to life and get people noticed into it. Secondly, if you have a toothache, you go to the dentist and they will fix your tooth. So why do you think that you can do your own PR and advertising? It's so best to leave it to the professionals, because we will get a faster and more effective result for you. Secondly, or thirdly, there was a magazine that was in circulation, in business, in Cyprus for many years, called the Daxi. And when I go out and I talk to people and they say, oh, you're not the Daxi, your prices are different to the Daxi. Yes, they are, because, advertising evolves. That company is out of business. There's no point, going to like Tesco and saying, I'm sorry, your prices are more expensive than Woolworths. And I used to buy my stuff in Woolworths and it was like 25% cheaper. It's irrelevant, because Woolworths is not in business anymore. So I know what I'm doing. My business is solid, reliable, trustworthy. You don't have to book for a year. You can pay monthly. If you do book for a year, you will get heavy discounts. I took advertising revenue from people last March for advertising, and then of course there was the lockdown. I refunded everybody. So you are in good hands with Lifestyle Magazine. Secondly, I keep saying secondly. Basically, if you want to advertise with me, that's great. But my prices are fixed. Just like your prices are fixed. Just like when you go to a restaurant, the prices are fixed on the menu. Do not come to me and say, I will advertise with you if you show me it works. So let me have an advert for free for a couple of months, and if I get customers, I will pay you. It doesn't work like that. If you go to a restaurant, you don't eat the meal and then say, well, if I don't get food poisoning or I don't have indigestion, I'll pay you in a couple of weeks. Or, you don't buy a dress in a shop and say, I'm going to wear it, and if I get compliments or if I feel nice in it, I'll pay you. I'm running a business like everyone else. So my business is advertising, PR, and promoting you to the best of my ability to you. And I wouldn't be in business for so long if it didn't work and I didn't know what I was doing. So there we have it. I'm Amanda Moss, Lifestyle Magazine. Please come to me for all your advertising and business promotion needs.